Hello everyone, this is Srikanth Rajan from AR Pro Academy, and here I am with a brand new video again. So team, we all have been discussing about a lot of aspects about the auto industry, primarily because most of us work in the auto industry. Now, when I talk about auto industry, this is an industry where we give service to customers. So it's a customer oriented industry. Now, when I talk about customer oriented industry, it is very important that we follow these 10 points to ensure that we can be successful in this industry. So, if you're a person working in sales, service, or spares, or even the customer care department, all these points that we're going to discuss now is something very important. The most important and the first point I would say is to look great. Now, how do we look great? It could be with your dress. Of course, wearing a good pair of dress, properly ironed, neat, clean, and ensuring that they are perfectly fit. All this together would, of course, look great on yourself. Now, apart from that, ensuring that you have a great perfume on, and of course, probably if you could use some moisturizer on your face and ensure that you look fresh. That's something very important. The second important point is, of course, the body language. When I talk about body language, it includes every part of your body, right from your face to your hands and even your legs. When you sit with a customer or when you speak to a customer, how you keep your hands, how you keep your legs, how you keep your eyes in contact with the customer, all these things are important. Imagine if I'm not looking at you and just seeing this video. So something like this. So guys, this is a video about building a customer relationship. Would that look great? No, right? So it's very important that when you are with the customer, your eye contact is maintained with the customer, and then you have a great body language. I have seen this, that many of us have this habit, probably holding a mobile phone in one hand, a pen or a diary in one hand, and this is something which spoils the entire body language. So as long as you're going to interact with the customer, the first important thing is keep your hands free. Keep your hands completely free so that your free hands are also free to express yourself. So this is something very important about your hands. Now coming to your legs and your fingers, something very important is keep away from unwanted movements. Some of us have this, you've got fantastic comfortable chair, when you're sitting with the customer moving around, right? You've got a nice revolving chair, I know, but is this the way to sit in front of a customer? No. The most important thing is stay attentive. Look at the customer, eye contact, and stay attentive. No unwanted movements from your body apart from your hands expressing yourself. So this is the only moment that probably you should maintain with the customer. I've seen a few people, they keep tapping their fingers or just moving your legs. So all these things are something that's not professional. So these are few things that you need to keep track of. In fact, one of the latest fad I've seen across is wearing a Bluetooth headset across your collar. I've seen many professionals do that. How bad it looks. In fact, I hate it when I see such people who wear this, Bluetooth headsets on their collar and move around. Now, that doesn't look great. If you think that's a fashion statement, you're wrong, guys. As long as we are in a customer service department, this is not the way we need to be presenting ourselves to a customer. You've got a fantastic blazer, you've got a fantastic tie, a beautiful shirt, but all this is spoiled when you have that Bluetooth headset on your neck. You could use that when you travel, but not in front of a customer. So this is something very important again. The third important point is communication skills. Now, when I talk about communication skills, it's not about speaking great English. So communication means it could be you should actually talk to the customer in language of his comfort. So if you're from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, or even Kerala, I would say even stick to your language. For example, if it is a Kannada, you can talk to a customer in Kannada as long as the customer is comfortable in Kannada. So be it Hindi, be it Malayalam, be it Tamil, but very important aspect is that you talk to the customer in the language of comfort of your customer's choice. It's always an additional benefit if you know multiple languages in sales especially. Now, when you're communicating, one of the most important aspect is that your body has to communicate along with the words that you speak. Now, when I talk about body, there are a lot of emotions that's conveyed with your hands. It could be with your eyes, the way you look at a customer, your entire body language. So your body language should go in sync with the words that you speak. As long as that doesn't happen, your communication is not going to be good. Of course, one of the most important thing again is a good voice when you speak. You should be audible to your customer. So when I say audible, doesn't mean that you shout at the customer. Having a good tone that is properly heard by the customer, that's something very important. So if you go above that higher tone or below the tone, it would just go wrong. So ensure that you've got a proper tone as well. The fourth important point is building a relationship. For any customer service department to be successful, one of the most important aspect is building the relationship with your customer. Now, how can you build that? It's simple as building a relationship with your wife, with your friends, with your family. Simple as that. How do you bond with them? This is not something that you need to learn specially, because we as human beings have learned it right from a childhood. When we have a guest at home, how do we speak to them? When we go to a school, remember the first day in your school? How did you meet your friends there? How did you build a relationship with them? Or if you met your girlfriend, how did you first build a relationship with your girlfriend? Could be your wife if it's an arranged marriage. So how do we build a relationship with them? Speaking to them, right? Talk to them about things that is of interest to them. They would love speaking to you. Ask them where are they from. Talk to them. Try to find a common connection between you. Probably it could be about sports, it could be politics, it could be even talking about the common city which you're from. So all these aspects actually help you build a good relationship with your customer. And building a customer relationship is most important, because only if you have a good customer relationship can you have the control over the customer. I'll tell you an example. How many of you till date have received a very negative comment or a feedback from a customer who had a very good relationship with you? Got you thinking? Yes. So when you have a customer with good relationship, he will never go and complain against you. He would prefer to keep a good relationship with you and try to get things solved between you. So this is one of the best methods to improve your customer satisfaction levels. And not only that, this could also help you grow in your business as well. The next important point is being prompt with your customers. Now, what do you mean by being prompt with your customers? If there is any query from your customer or anything that you need to get back to your customer on, always remember to give them a timeline by when you will get back on this. Because many times we just say to a customer that I will get back to you on this, and we might have a timeline in our mind that maybe I'll get back to them in 2 days or 3 days. But since we don't communicate it, the customer will have a different expectation, and that expectation could be even half an hour or 1 hour, whereas you had in mind was 2 days or 3 days. So always give this timeline to a customer so that the customer knows, okay, by what time I can expect a reply from this person. Now, when the customer has been given the timeline, it is your responsibility to not just maintain the timeline, but I would say advance the timeline. That means if you have told him 2 days, try to get back to him in 1 day or as early as possible, so that you really don't have to reach the end of your timeline. So this is something very important. Be prompt with your customers. The next important point is being energetic. Have you seen the kind of energy in you when you want to do something that you love to do? That could be going on a tour, that could be even planning a party. So all these things that excite you gives a lot of energy into your body automatically, isn't it? Now this is something that has to be done with your customers as well. That is, when you are meeting your customer, Bring all your energy into you so that the customer feels, wow, this guy loves doing what he's doing right now. So that's something always important. Being a lousy figure in front of your customer spoils the complete experience, to the customer. And that is when the customer would not love to even interact with you again. So bring all your energy into your body when you meet a customer and ensure that the complete body movement of yours is matching with the energy. That is, make fast body movements. Even if you have to move around for something, be quick. All these things are something that a customer expects from you in customer service. The seventh important point that we need to follow is being punctual. Many a times we tell the customer a time and we miss it by maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is. In fact, I would say even 30 seconds late is late. So if you've given a commitment to a customer of any time, always ensure that you are there with the customer at least 5 minutes before the timeline given. Now, this is a very important aspect for anybody that maybe, from a sales department or service department. Many times it happens. It could be, it's not that you're new to the city. It could be the traffic block. You could have a flat tire on the way. But whatever it is, this is not an excuse. Always plan such that you reach the customer's place in advance. Now, how do we do that? So let me tell you a quick method. So if you've set an appointment with the customer, always say the time. And once you've set the time, one easy method I would do is take your smartphone and set an alarm for at least, depending on the travel time and, how long it would take to get to the customer. Based on that, keep the buffer time and set an alarm with the detail of what the alarm is for. And this could help you to plan your visit in advance. So it might be just a telephone call or it could be a visit in person to the customer's place. But whatever it is, ensure that you keep an alarm on your smartphone or a reminder on your smartphone and follow that so that you're always punctual with your customer. The next important aspect in the customer service department is to be committed to the customer. Now, what do you mean by committed? Anything that you promise a customer has to be kept. If you promise the customer that you're going to give him a discount, ensure that it is given without the customer even reminding it to you. That's something important. Imagine all of you are also given a commitment when you get a job, isn't it? The commitment from the dealership or the company that you work in, wherein it could be your salary, it could be your bonus. Imagine they don't keep up the commitment. What do you feel? Do you feel good to work with them? No, right? So this is something very important. Similarly, with your customers, ensure that you are always maintaining your commitment. The next important aspect is to be completely true to your customer. This is something very important in your life. Always remember, you might change your company, you might change the brand that you're working with, but the customers could be the same for your lifetime. And always remember, customers are the people who can give you reference for more sales or more business, and they are the people who are going to stay with you lifetime. So always be true to your customer. Never ever lie to a customer. Let me tell you this, it is always better to tell the truth out and solving the problem instead of hiding things. Because if a customer comes to know about it later, well, all of us know what could be the next situation. So let us avoid such bad circumstances and always ensure that you are true to your customer. Well, I don't have to give you an example here because I'm sure many of us have come across different situations where you had to probably lie to a customer and got stuck there. So always be true to your customer. They are your lifetime customers. Remember that, because this is what will build your business over a period of time. Now, when I talk about business, it is not your dealership business. I'm talking about your personal business. Because I would say, if you're an employee or a business owner, it is very important that you work like a businessman. Coming to the 10th point, in fact, the most important point is to stay in touch with your customer. There are multiple ways to stay in touch with your customer. With today's technology, you could be in touch with them through an email, a phone call, or even a WhatsApp message. So how do you stay in touch with them with this? It's not sending them a good morning message, a forward message, This is not the way as a professional, to handle your customer. So always try to send them something very important or useful to them. That could be an auto industry update. That could be an update from your brand, but ensure that you're staying in touch with them. Now, this is not something new to us because I'm sure all of you stay in touch with your friends or your relatives. What do you do there? You invite them when you have some occasion at home. Similarly, you can invite your customers for any occasion pertaining to your brand, pertaining to your dealership. Could be a vehicle launch, could be a service camp. But these are different methods that you can actually follow to ensure that your customers are connected with you. So team, this video has gone a little longer than our regular videos, but these are the most important points that you need to take care as a professional in the customer service department. That could be sales, service, spares, or even the customer care department. So team, I hope all of you enjoyed watching this video. Do like this video if you loved it, and do share this with your friends. And remember to subscribe to our channel so that you would not miss out on any of the videos in future. So with that, this is Srikanth Rajan signing off until we catch up on the next video. Goodbye.